All right, let's jump right in. Today we're going to tackle a question that sounds so simple you've probably never even thought to ask it. But trust me, the answer is going to completely flip how you think about numbers. Ready? Let's do this.
So here it is. This is the big question for today. It seems like a simple challenge, right? But the answer is, well, it's way more complex and fascinating than you'd think.
I want you to really think about this for a second. Not the biggest number you can write down or imagine, but the highest number a real person has actually sat there and counted out loud, one by one. What's your guess? 100,000? A few 100,000? Well, whatever you're thinking, it's probably not the whole story.
Okay, before we get into the brain-melting math of it all, let's talk about the real world. Let's look at what actual human beings have managed to do. This isn't about theory, this is about pure, hardcore endurance.
And there you have it. The highest verified number that someone has sat down and counted to is 1 million. Just let that sink in. 1 million. That feels huge, doesn't it? Like an absolutely monumental achievement. But here's the thing about counting to 1 million. It's not just about finding the time. This is a brutal reality check on human limits. We're talking days and days of non-stop effort. It is physically grueling. It's mentally exhausting. Can you imagine how painfully slow it would feel when you're in the 700,000s? This isn't just a numbers game. It's an extreme sport.
So 1 million is the human record. Case closed, right? Nope, not even close. Because now we get to the giant mathematical but that changes the entire picture.
And this is where it gets really interesting. You're basically looking at two completely different worlds. On one side, you have the human attempt. It's finite. You have to sleep, you get tired, you eventually stop. It's exhausting, and there's a very clear limit. But on the other side, you've got the mathematical reality of numbers, and that is infinite. It's totally effortless. And the big one, it has absolutely no limit.
So we have to talk about this crazy idea, infinity. It's just the concept that something goes on forever. It's endless. And the most important part for us right now is this simple fact. There is always a bigger number. No matter how high you go, you can always just add 1, and poof, you've got a new, bigger number. Always.
Okay, so we've got the human limit on one hand and this wild idea of infinity on the other. Now let's smash them together and get to the truly weird, mind-bending answer to our original question.
When you put all this together, you arrive at this one powerful thought. That incredible feat of human endurance, that record of counting to 1 million, turns out it's tiny.
Yeah, tiny. It's like a single grain of sand on an infinite beach. That gap between 1 million and infinity is itself infinite. So in the grand scheme of numbers, 1 million is practically nothing.
And this is the idea that really changes everything. Because if the number line goes on forever, then no matter how high you count, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, you've made basically zero progress. You're still, for all practical purposes, standing right at the starting line.
Which leaves us with this final, kind of profound thought to chew on. That human record of 1 million is an incredible display of endurance, for sure. But in the world of math, it's just a tiny speck. So if you can never really leave the beginning, what does the act of counting even represent? It's a pretty fascinating paradox, isn't it? The clash between our finite world and the infinite ideas we can dream up.